Hi folks, I thought I would pop online today as promised and take a little bit of time to go over the marketing plan in details. I feel pretty good about the three of you and your knowledge of marketing since you took all three of my marketing courses, but I did just want to kind of go over some of the content step by step and make sure that you have a pretty good grasp. For me, the most important pieces for this plan are one, your competitive analysis. I gave you feedback in your draft business plans that you need to have more content other than just a little blurb. So your top competitors, who they are, what they offer, what kind of, what their competitive advantages, what they offer. You can take screenshots or a snippet of their websites, their social media, some of their promotions. And that's kind of where we can beg, borrow, and steal by following the leader of the best competitors, right? You think about McDonald's and the fact that Wendy's and others, often follow suit with what the best does. So that's why we do competitive analysis, to analyze what already exists, what we can sort of borrow, copycat, and then differentiate and make our own. So I really want to see a lot more in your marketing plan and your final business plan for that. And the second thing, your social media strategy. As I went over the last time I had you for face-to-face class, using that Business Development Bank of Canada's social media guide, it's really important that you have a detailed plan. So your goals, how you're planning to achieve those goals, so the activities and strategies that you intend to use, and those goals should be SMART, so they should be timely, right? So for example, if you're going to say, I want to acquire 500 people on my social media, I want to get 500 new followers. Okay, that's the goal. How are you going to do that? Well, maybe you're going to do a contest or a social media boost, or maybe you're going to do all three activities over a 30-day period. So for the month of April, you're going to have these 2 or 3 things happening. This is how much it's going to cost you, budget approximately, not accurately. I understand we can't get the exact numbers. And so that's what we're going to do for April. And then once I hit my goal and I get my 500 followers, then I'm going to maybe put out an incentive in the month of May. And so the month of May, I'll do something like a $10 discount when you book your first service, or Mark might do you get a chicken dog, you buy a chicken dog and your friend gets one free if you bring a referral. Like, I can't think of all of the stuff right off the top of my head, but the important thing about social media strategy is it's a plan. So you can use a chart or a calendar and you can put in my goal, how I'm going to achieve that goal, my activities, when I'm going to do it, how much that's going to cost me. Planning and success is in the details. So those are the two most important parts. Now, getting to the outcomes and the checklist, as you can see on my screen, I did ask for a pestle, but I do not expect a full pestle by any means. Most of you have the legal stuff already in your plan, legal considerations. So that part's already done. You have your target demographic, so that's the social part. You don't have to worry too much about that. But think about particularly weather, like any environmental variables that can affect your business, and at what time of the year your business might, be negatively affected. So most people, January is a tough month after Christmas. Wintertime's a tough month for an outdoor restaurant business. Variables like that, and so how you will plan in accordance with that. For Landon's business where it's seasonal, that is what it is. He already knows that. He's pretty much a spring, summer seasonal business anyway. So for some of you, you'll have a few pestle details. Others might not have that much. For Riley, the biggest impact with pestle for you is probably going to be the economic impact. So when times are good, the economy is strong, people spend money on renovations and repairs and such. When the economy is not good, business will be really tough. And so just make notes like that you've shown consideration of the external environment and how it might affect your business, and kind of what you might do to adjust to that. So that's pestle. Your competitive analysis I already spoke about and wrote in your business plans with my feedback. I want more details on who your competitors are. You all did pretty, good work with your competitive advantage. If you have a warranty or any guarantees that you want to include, you can do that. Just something, something to consider. I saw your target market and your segments. I think that's all pretty strong. I know Landon had some good stats. Riley and Mark, if you're looking for stats, I encourage you to go to the Cumberland Connector website. They have all of the stats can data specifically to Cumberland County right there on the website with graphics and charts. You can beef up your business plans because I know Karis will be looking for that information. 4Ps, that was good. Your SWOT was good. I've spoke about the social media strategy and I can't stress it enough. You can't just kind of have it all woven into a vague paragraph. It's got to be pretty concrete. I'm doing this and this is how and this is when. I think a chart or a calendar structure would be really good. And I know that's another thing that Karis looks for when she sees your final business plans. Your brand, your colors, your taglines, mission, vision, values, those all look good. Riley, I noticed some of your materials are a little bit hard to read. You might want to look at cleaning those up a little bit. You can use Canva to create materials. You can use Wix, W-I-X, those are online tools to create materials. Logo Joy, and then you can snip them. You don't have to pay for anything and use those graphics. You can create invoices. Mark, I can't remember if you had a business card or not. I know you had your signage and stuff, but think about all of those pieces and use the free online tools to grab them. Corporate social responsibility, I don't think that applies to most of your business plans unless you're doing a little bit of giving back to the community or using environmental products. I know, Mark, you're using sustainable products in terms of how you deal with waste, stuff like that. If you're using radio or posters, you should have a sample script on what you'd have done on the radio, like a little 30-second blurb. And if you're doing radio, it costs, so that should be in your budget. And if you're doing a poster, use Poster My Wall and create a poster and put in your appendix section. These are the things that make your document go from good to great and are more impressive and have that wow factor for grading purposes as well as for actually having a business plan approved. So Poster My Wall is an online resource where you can do free posters, easy to use, screenshot it, put it in your appendix. Pricing policy, I didn't see that in Landon or Riley's marketing plans yet in your business plan. So, are you going to collect within 30 days, 60 days, 90 days? Is there interest charged after? Or are you just going with a strict policy? Fees are due upon, I think, how do they say that? Upon project completion or upon rendered. There's proper wording like that can be your policy, like that fees will be collected kind of immediately. Consumer insights, you've talked about surveys. Some of you did surveys. SWOTs were good. And again, have a separate section on compliance regulations and licensing. So I think that's everything in addition to what we've already talked about. In terms of how I market, I like details. I like it well organized and things kind of moved and structured so the flow of the document is really solid. All of the marketing content should be together and not sort of choppy and, financials here, legal here, more marketing there. Try to keep it nice and clean. Check for those errors. Get one of your loved ones you're stuck in the house with to proofread. And make sure your APA references are solid, citations included in the document, references at the end in alphabetical order, double-spaced. I am completely available to you as you need. I can do a one-on-one phone call, FaceTime call. I can answer questions by email or by Brightspace in the discussion board. Use me at your will. I hope that this helps, and if you are struggling in any way with your final business plans, taking them to the end zone, let me know what I can do to assist. Have a great day, be safe, wash your hands, and reach out when you need things. Take care, bye for now.